This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the winners of 8 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Wolverines will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Indiana Hoosiers offense will take the first swing of the game. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy that can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They believe in that running game, got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Wants to throw. It's Chase. He makes the connection. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him, and they got him for the sack.
What a great play, winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. At the 35, he's loose. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
The Hoosiers are flying down the field. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the catch. And he will score! Touchdown, Hoosiers! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out in the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Wolverines offense will go to work for the first time today. And the spotlight in this game will undoubtedly be on these star wide receivers, David.
I mean, they're featured, Reese. Like, these guys are going to touch the football a lot. These offenses are built to get them the football, to make plays. We're in for a few catches today, Palmer.
We sure are. When you can get open like these guys can, when you have the speed to take the top off of the defense, you know you're going to see a lot of explosive plays today.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
The give to the fullback. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
And don't complicate things. Give it to the big fella. By the way, the fullback, he blocks all the time, does all the dirty work. Hand it to him. Let him plow ahead, Palmer, and get that first down.
Are we in a time warp? Like, what year is this? Is this 1995? We're handing off to fullbacks again. That's a play that is basically extinct now in college football, but I love it because it caught the defense off guard, able to get a nice one there.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Just feeds the running back. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Fullbacks are a dying breed, but when you see them, it just reminds you of the big old neck roll, just huge, stout fire plugs that you don't want to hit. But on short yardage situations, occasionally, you give the big boy the ball. There is no juke button. There is no speed burst. It is all power down your throat, hitting you and falling forward and getting that first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Makes the catch. It's Bell. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Buying some time. He'll pull it down and run. At the 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
On second down, wants to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Taylor. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, running back on the move. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. On the set. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
I see a look of disappointment from this kicker, but that offense is happy. They'll stay out there and go for it. 4th and goal from the 4. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan!
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
He'll try to tack on one more. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So that was a lengthy 17-play drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer. You've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Hoosiers will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. The give is to Taylor. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. He's going to run it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Wolverines are marching down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Marshall. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. Getting set for the point after.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
They'll give it to the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Quick completion on the out. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Chase. Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Hoosiers send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. Offense gets set for second down. It's a reverse. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them: calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart, understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is. Great job going to get that first down, new set of downs.
The give to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And on second down for this offense. They'll try to get the edge on the left. And the Wolverines are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
And I know it's not sexy, but those little runs just keep you on your heels, keep the sticks moving, making you understand, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be patient. A lot of offenses aren't patient. They get too big play happy, wanting to force the ball down the field. This offense is staying nice and patient right now.
The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Taylor. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
As quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Chase. Quickly out to the tight end. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run play action. On the run, fires downfield. Passes incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put some... Sends it downfield. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On the run, it's Martin. And the run goes nowhere, and that'll send us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is tough to beat the Big House when it's full and rocking as it is today in Ann Arbor. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Hoosiers will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
They want the edge on the jet sweep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And to stop the jet sweep, you've got to be great at containing. You have to have players in the perimeter of your defense funnel the football and force it to go back inside. That time, that defense was not allowing that receiver to get outside.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's going to take off. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself.
These guys aren't human aid. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Indiana! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And the extra point was good, no incident there, and we are tied up in the third. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Mississippi State is in serious trouble right now. I'm not sure some folks won't be asking for a refund on their NIL investment. A putrid performance in Starkville. They're trailing by 14 to Alabama. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete downfield. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Taylor has it. Powers through the defender. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Give to the fullback. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Wolverines are rolling down the field. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Makes the grab down the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. The quick out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Michigan! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Chase. And the pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Wolverines. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Hoosiers will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. final play of the quarter coming. Running behind that left side. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the third period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking for a man. It's Chase. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll pull it down, and he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. First down here for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I don't know how the defense allowed that guy to get so wide open. Obviously, he's got tons of speed. We know that, but you've got to key on him and at least have two people running with him deep down the field. That time, that must have been a coverage bust because he was way too open.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. They go to the ground. Keeps the legs moving. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. In the red area, it's Taylor. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The give is to Taylor. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Listen, the enemy is the clock, right? You're down by 2 scores. You got to make something happen. Really, really good job by the defense, forcing the turnover, getting the ball back to your offense. Now you got to go score, and I got to get one more stop.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last round.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Hoosiers are in the hurry-up. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Zings it complete to the right. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To throw, it's Chase. Floats it out in space. And that's a live ball. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
That is how you step up for a defense right there. Force the turnover. Let's not make this thing get close, right? I got a 2-possession lead. I get the ball back with, close to 3 minutes remaining. I'm sitting in.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. A first down for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Snags it over the middle. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Great job by the offense. Listen, the defense is going to sit back in zone. You know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Wants to throw on second down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Hit the afterburners, kid. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Looking to move it through the air. They've got the screen set up. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to hit this running back in the ball. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking downfield, it's Chase. Lets it go to the end zone. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're in control of the clock as their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. The give and tick, 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 tick.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. We'll see if they go back to the run here on 3rd down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. They've got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it. Got his man downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Now from inside the red zone. Got out of trouble and throws. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. The give to the big fullback. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That last field goal was huge. Now it takes a touchdown to beat you and not a lot of time to get it if you cover the kickoff well. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. The field's about 53 yards wide. You got to kick it between those sidelines or else you draw the flag. After this, it'll be a wrap. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game comes to a close. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes, but they
Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. That's not what he had in mind, and they'll give up good field position as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The offense lining up for a first down play. Power football with the run. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Ohio State pulled out a classic and won close over the Wolverines last season.
Yeah, it's so nice to know you got a team that in the biggest moments in the game, the huge rivalry game, your big game of the year, they can come up clutch and make those big plays. Ohio State did a year ago. Can this team handle the moment now against the new Michigan team?
Well, oftentimes...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Fourth down and the punt team sends it the other way. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now, it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and press the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage.
Trying to beat the D deep. Ball in the air, intercepted. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Third and long is difficult. You have to push the ball down the field. Nothing worse than watching people dink and dunk on third and long and get tackled and run the punt unit on. I like the aggressiveness. Try to push the ball down the field. It's not the worst thing in the world. You throw an INT. It's kind of like a fumble.
That's caught. It's Smith. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Man, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that embrace the sidelines in this.
Got enough space. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Give to the fullback. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Give to the running back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. Steps away to find some room. Sails one into the middle. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And it's on the ground. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Touchdown, Michigan! And the defense doing work. What a play by the defense there. Loose football, country fumble, pick it up with room, scoop, and score.
No doubt, country versus city. When it's a country fumble, nobody around. I got to pick that puppy up and do some damage with it. Nice job seeing the situation, scooping it up, making a play.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy in the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Quarterback will audible. Looking to pass. It's Nolan. He looks that one in nicely. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Buckeyes have this offense rolling. They'll throw it on 1st down. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, with great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always matters. You go back.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. To the air, it's Nolan. It's complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Offense needs a couple of yards on 4th down. Remember, they can get the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll try to pick up the first. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. And he ends up taking a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Return brings it out to the 32. And your Ohio State Buckeyes will take over 1st and 10.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. They'll go to the ground. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs.
He uncorks one deep. And he's got it inside the 20. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. A little release to the back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
They'll try the right side. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
On 3rd down, going up top. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the try is no good. Could have stretched the lead out there, but guys, it's still sitting at 9. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm of running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Bell. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got him, and nobody's close. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit, nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Didn't find a single crack to run through on the last two plays. Let's see if they go up top on 3rd and 10. He's got an open man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Skips away from pressure. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking for the score. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Just gets rid of it before the heat. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle. It's Tate. They'll immediately call timeout. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Scanning the field, it's Nolan. The sweet feet buy a little time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
The give to the tailback. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Going for it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Michigan 0.
The kickoff team out there set to boot it away.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if we're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they could be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
Might be looking to run. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Quickly to the tight end. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Taylor has it. He's stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Fighting off the defender. They went right back to him, and he went right back down. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because...
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, run, to try to make the defense over-pursue. No Oscars being handed out on that.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Leaves it with the running back. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Back to pass, it's Nolan. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. He's loose. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he got loose, it was all over. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David.
Running back.
They got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Going with the ground game left. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Off play action. Lets it fly. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And that's why that guy plays DB, not wide receiver. DBs generally don't have as good of hands as wide receivers. That ball should have been picked off on 3rd down. Come on, man. That could have been a pick 6.
Makes a move. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going. And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
Give to the running back. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're looking for an advantage to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Just when they're looking run, now up top. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the route is on. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Virginia Tech is in front. They've played awfully well today. And while there's no Michael Vick out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 7 over Virginia. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Handoff to the fullback. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
It's 3rd down.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Starts to scramble to the left. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, this defense has been dominating their opponent all game long. And I think you're really seeing the fruits of their labor on the recruiting trail. They have got some dudes up front, out of high school, in the portal, and those guys are just wreaking havoc on this offensive line.
Ohio State Buckeyes will take over. 1st and 10.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Wide receiver shows motion. To the air on 1st down. They're setting up the screen. Still running at the 40. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Unloads quickly. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Ohio State 22, Michigan 0.
Got it. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. He slings it deep to the left. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air, it's Nolan. He's got the back in the middle. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. Motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have pushed you.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Classic pressure coming from the defense's right side, and they get the quarterback to the turf.
And that's what those defensive ends in a 4-3 do. Those guys know how to get after the quarterback, play on an edge. Nice job rushing the passer, getting off the football, and getting to the QB and getting him on the ground.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. throws for the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is extended a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
To the air. It's Marshall. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Looking for a big gain. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Well, and you can tell the QB, he drops back and he wants to throw the football. He wants to push it downfield, try to get the first down. Couldn't do it. Nobody was open, couldn't find anybody, took off to scramble. Great job by the defense reacting to him, getting him on the ground, stopping him short of the first down.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. On target to the left. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great.
Picked off. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Give him 109 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Dropping back, it's Nolan. Finds his big tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the punishment has been extended. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground. You're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Handoff to the lone back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Second down coming up. They'll leave it with him.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, it was not a good day.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. To the ground with the back. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
Man, I think back in the day, this is a no-brainer. You're punting the football and believing your defense, but analytics all the time now telling you to be aggressive. I'm interested to watch this play. Obviously, if you're aggressive, you might could run this clock out and end the football game and not have to put your defense back on the field.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that first down. Nice job.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Rides to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.